Okay, so off we go, hopefully. Hi everyone, Johnny Skywatcher here. Yesterday I did a test stream, and today, so I had fun doing it and figuring out everything out. Uh, this isn't the kind of thing I usually do, so yeah, I found it kind of fun. So I wanted to try it again today, but with a little bit more structure. So if you're watching this probably later, I'm assuming because not that many people are probably going to join the stream. And let me see, is the stream even working? Hopefully. And so if you're not familiar with who I am, I started this channel. I should say I started posting videos on this channel in like 2018 about movies and not quite movie reviews, but like my sort of reaction and impression of movies. And then I kind of stopped around the beginning of 2019 for a couple different reasons, mostly because I wasn't really happy with the kind of content I was creating, and just that it's hard to create content by myself. Well, I find it's hard to create content by myself. So anyway, I since the quarantine started, I've been making more videos just because I have more time on my hand, and in this particular situation. Can't speak. In my particular situation right now, I have a spare room until I can find a new roommate, so I've been using that. And so, yeah, I figured I'd give this streaming a try and see how it works. And let me see if I can. Hopefully, my audio is working. I think it should be. Let me go from that to, let's say this. I apologize, I have to look over here because that's where my controls are. Okay, so yeah, you should be able to see my screen. Let's see if I'm clicking on that. Okay, so yeah, I have a couple things I want to talk about today that I was reading the news. Let me see if I can remember what they are without looking. It would be nice if I had notes here, but I unfortunately did not set myself up with notes. I would make a note of that to the producer, but I am the producer of this video, so that doesn't really help. I wanted to talk about HBO Max. They released some new information about when that's going to debut. And Venom 2, their release date changed. They also have a new title, and also I think there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Plus, I wanted to talk about just the release schedule for superhero movies in general in 2020. Not 2020, 2021. So, okay, so moving on to the first thing with my lovely PowerPoint. You can tell I kind of just went with the suggested PowerPoint design. I think it kind of works with I like the color orange, so I kind of went with the sort of the orange aesthetic. I don't have a graphic designer working for me, so I'm kind of whipping up this all on my own, including this. Actually, I kind of like the job I did on this graphic. It's pretty simple, but I kind of just made this up, not in Photoshop because I don't have Photoshop. GIMP. I don't know if you pronounce it just GIMP. It's a free program that's kind of like Photoshop that I use, and I kind of just made this up like an hour before the beginning of the stream. So, but I think it kind of. I'm getting a little bit better with the lettering. This time I added not just the outline, but also a shadow, which I think kind of looks kind of cool. Anyway, moving on, HBO Max. So it's going to be launching May 27th. This is, if you're not familiar with, this is going to be the new streaming option from Warner Brothers. It's not just a new HBO, which HBO's had. I think HBO Go and HBO Now for a while, which is basically just the HBO option. HBO Max is basically going to be Warner Brothers streaming that they're going to put new content on. And I guess it's going to have HBO plus everything else. And so the price, from what I've read, is going to be $14.99 a month. And I guess that's the same as HBO Now is right now, which seems a little weird because why would you want if HBO Max has all of HBO, why would you want HBO now when you could get HBO Max that's HBO plus everything else that it's going to have? Um, so let me just transition. Also, I wanted to talk about they released a one second if I can figure out what I'm doing here. It's a little messy, but we'll go with it. So they released a new trailer with they released a couple trailers. I didn't look at all of them. I think some of them, a lot of this stuff I didn't look that interesting. The only thing I noticed that was interesting was the Looney Tunes trailer, and it looks okay. The animation, it still doesn't look quite as good as like the old animation. I think partly because it's not just all hand drawn. Nowadays it's obviously somewhat computer CGI assisted. I don't know to what extent, because it does look like the still frames look pretty good. I mean, it has that 2D aesthetic really down well, but it's just in the motion of it. It seems a little bit too rigid. It doesn't have that sort of free form, that sort of sloppy, somewhat, I could say a little bit of sloppiness that you get when you're just hand animated the whole thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but
What's up, Jack?
I think they do a good job. I wonder if it's all just computer animated or not, or if it's just
Coochie coochie coo.
like I don't know. I haven't read up on it if this is CGI or not, or if this is a combination. But it has that quality where it looks like if this is completely CGI and then they just cel shaded, they obviously went through and sort of took out the frames to make it look more drawn. But look at the lines are just so clean here, and I don't know. It just looks a little too clean. I prefer the look, the older look. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Anyway, yeah. So, I should plan that better out. That transition better next time. So yeah. Let me transition back. So HBO. I'm not planning on getting it because I right now I have Hulu, and I don't even have the no ads version of Hulu, and I have Netflix, which is actually my parents' Netflix, so I'm not even paying for that. And yeah, I'm not looking to pay for 10 different streaming stuff. And right now, HBO Max, unless you think all the Snyder fans that the Snyder Cut is coming to it, it doesn't really have anything coming to it. The Looney Tunes isn't enough, and it doesn't have any big original programming that's going to bring people to it. Not that I've heard of anyway. I think I heard about some sort of Friends reunion sort of thing, but I don't think it's an actual show. It's just a reunion special, which, yeah, I don't think that's good enough by its own either. But we'll have to see. So it's going to be out next month, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, let's just move on. And I can't click it. I got it. Okay, so Venom. Just to know, another reason why I went with the PowerPoint is, even though it doesn't really matter on my level because I'm not monetizing videos, and so the idea of avoiding demonetization isn't as big, but technically I think when you are broadcasting like this, you don't just have free use of images you find on the internet, and so I've been trying to avoid using just images willy-nilly that I don't actually own. So then you get this stuff like this, which is copyright free, but maybe a little boring. I don't know. Maybe I'll try sprucing it up a little bit more in the future. We'll see. Anyway, Venom. So they changed the date. It was going to be out October 2nd, 2020. They changed it to June 25th, 2021. And they also came out with what the title is going to be. It's going to be Venom, Let There Be Carnage. It's a Venom sequel. It's going to be directed by Andy Serkis. I think that's been confirmed. All the articles I saw pretty much said it like it had been confirmed. Correct me if that's wrong. And also obviously starring Tom Hardy. So I think Let There Be Carnage it sounds a little long. I would have thought something more like Venom, just Venom Carnage or something, but it's interesting. It definitely feels like something like a Venom sequel title. I don't know quite how to phrase what I'm thinking. Like, I don't know. I'm not even really familiar with like bands or anything like that, or like heavy metal. But when I hear "Let There Be Carnage," that just sounds like something like I'm thinking like a heavy metal sort of thing, and I guess that kind of goes with Venom. Venom's never been a favorite character of mine, but I think it fits as a Venom title, so it makes sense. And so I just wanted to take a look at the release schedule for just superhero movies in 2021, because it's getting a little crazy. And I think some of the things are probably going to change, because some of these, can I raise my mouse up here and you see it? Yeah. Some of these have been changed recently, like Venom, obviously, changed to June 25th. Marvel updated all their stuff, so you have the Eternals, you have Shang-Chi. So, okay, starting at the beginning, you have the Eternals for February. Morbius, I think, is still set for March 19th. I don't think they changed that. And I don't know if that's going to be changed. I do know they said it originally before Venom, and so they only updated recently saying that Venom is being pushed back. They pushed back Morbius first, and then just now updating Venom. There might be some, they're trying to build this universe, this Venom universe, so there may or may not be a connection in Morbius. It is possible that there could be some after credit scene, especially since Sony so much wants to build these movies together. We'll have to see. Shang-Chi is still set for, I think, still set. No, they updated. I'm babbling. Set for May. So you have February, March, May, June, July, August, October, November, December. It's like every month. I didn't look at the list at 2019, but I think it seems like it's more superhero movies than last year. And obviously this year is not quite as much because everything is getting pushed back. And then after Venom, you're going to have Spider-Man, the third MCU Spider-Man movie, which I think they didn't change that. So that's also Sony, technically, with working with the Marvel Studios, but it is still a Sony movie. Then you have the Suicide Squad, August 6, 2021, the Batman, set for October 1st, 2021. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is set for November 5th, 2021. And then Black Adam, which is still set for December 22, 2021. And I'm just guessing now that like the Black Adam, I don't think they've even gone into production yet. That could get moved back. I think the Batman already got moved back, and they were already filming it, so it's probably not going to change. The Suicide Squad, I think they might have finished filming it. I don't remember. I know like stuff like Shang-Chi I think it depends on when they're able to get back to filming because I know they didn't finish it. And so, depending on when they're able to do that, could affect when if they have to push it back further at all. So I think a lot of those movies are so special effects heavy that has been worked on for a while, and I would think that they would continue to work on that stuff, and so they're basically just working around the filming of it. Um, ah, wrong thing. But yeah, so it looks like a crazy year for comic book movies. Well, not just comic book movies, the superhero movies. I didn't actually look at what all the comic book movies would be, because I think there might be some that are based off comic books, but you wouldn't really consider them superheroes. So yeah, and then just one more thing I wanted to talk about, because I thought it was interesting. Sony is also developing a live-action One Punch Man movie. If you're not familiar with if you're not familiar with One Punch Man, it's a manga and an anime about a superhero who is so powerful that he can defeat every enemy with just one punch. And the first season is really good. I haven't read the manga at all, and the second season had a noticeable dip in quality. It was a different studio doing the animation, and yeah, it's still watchable, but it's still, it was definitely a fall for the series. It didn't really live up to the expectations, and so yeah. And the other interesting thing that it's going to be written by the Venom writers, Scott Rosenberg and Jeff Pinkter. And given the history, the track record they've had with these movies, these anime live actions, I'm not really holding my breath for anything because, yeah. And especially this property itself, it seems weird for just one movie. I mean, if you watch the series, it's I don't know. I don't have any high hopes for this, but I mean, I guess we'll see if they can pull it off or not. I kind of doubt it. Anyway, so it's anyway, I've been blabbing on for a while now. I think that's everything I have to say today. I'm saying too much. It's a big problem. So, I guess, what do you think about Venom? Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Do you have any thoughts? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, if you like this content at all for some reason, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm still kind of, trying to build up this channel and somewhat increase. I would say I'm improving a little bit by a little bit the quality of the videos. I know right now the quality of the camera is probably not that great because right now I'm using my cell phone as a webcam, and I'm doing it actually through the Wi-Fi so that I can use my mouse, which is a little annoying. And so I think that kind of lowers the quality rather than the other times when I just record on the webcam and then just put that and upload it to YouTube. But those are the things I'm dealing with. What was the other thing I wanted to say? Do you like the idea of this video of me doing sort of, I don't know if I want to do daily videos like this, but semi-daily news updates videos. Does that seem like a good idea or not? What do you think? I cannot think straight. Anyway, I guess I'll see you around in the next time. whenever I'm streaming. I'll probably do it around. I'm thinking I like 7 p.m. At least right now. You know, when the whole COVID-19 situation, and well, it's not gonna like end, but when things start getting back to normal and I go back to work, things might change. But for right now, I kind of like the idea of doing these at like 7 p.m. because yeah, I'm not great at waking up early, and then it gives me time to like look through the day, look at what news stories I want to talk about, and yeah, I'm terrible at ending these videos, but yeah, I guess I'll see you around, and thanks for watching. Bye.